Okay. So this podcast probably going to come up maybe Wednesday, the 22nd, hopefully, if I edit it. Um pretty somber day today. Graduation just got announced to be online. School's canceled for the rest of the year. Um a lot of tough shit going on. I still have no idea where I'm going to college. That's nice. Um but I wanted to to start this podcast with a little, I guess, thank you to the Thayer community and all who are in it. And I chose to start the podcast with it because even though all of you are fantastic, um, maybe you won't watch till the end. Who knows? I'm not gonna say any names. Grant St. Jean. Not gonna say any names. You know who you are. But anyways, I I came from a small school called SSCA, South Shore Christian Academy. Yes, I'm a little Catholic boy. And the school's to 12th grade, so I honestly didn't want to leave. I didn't want to come to Thayer. And, I made my parents painfully aware of that, but they sent me here anyway. Um, but funniest memory of that whole scenario was they told me I'm going. I do all the shit. I tried to fail the entrance exam, didn't work. Don't know how it didn't work, but it didn't. Um, but I remember writing in my Borndale letter how much like I'm gonna miss all my friends from SSCA, and about how like I never wanted to go to Thayer, and like refused to be happy there. And I opened my Borndale letter senior year at at the ropes course, and I honestly didn't even open it. I just threw it right away. I knew exactly what it was gonna say, and I knew how wrong it was, so I just threw it away. And it's pretty soft of me to say and admit, but quite honestly, through the ups and the downs, the roller coaster of their academy, I just wanted to send quick pre-podcast shout out to everyone who influenced me at all and made my experience there as fantastic as it was. And I mean it. Like this shit, like these 4 years of my life, amazing. There was some outside shit that happened, inside shit that happened, whatever. But like the people I met, the boys, girls, friends, best friends, whatever, every single person who had some sort of influence in that, I want to thank you. But yeah, no. Thank all of you. Grant St. Jean, my fucking slime. The boys, Ryan, Griff, Bogar, Gaff, Chase on. Probably gonna forget someone's name just because I got a bad memory and I'm losing breath because I'm talking too much. Um, the girls, Izzy, Megan. Shout out Megan, she's coming on soon. Um, etc. etc. Sola, you're fantastic. You know, everyone who's been on this ride, I can't thank you enough. Yeah, that's about it, man. Welcome to podcast episode 3 with the boys. We're currently in mourning for their academy career, so this might be, oh geez, a little bit of a somber episode. But we like to keep the tempo high and the spirits high because nobody needs to be sad right now. So we're just gonna get some self-deprecation going. Love to see it. And we're gonna still try and keep a smile on your face, maybe get some memories going, some good memes. And yeah, anything to add, Ben?
Um, just flexing my vibe in the words of Brian McKenna. So Let's get right into it.
Great addition. Let's get right into the news.
Yes.
What it do? She's
Look who
connecting.
it is.
Why are you dressed up?
Because we felt like, this was a look good, feel good occasion.
Yeah.
So we decided.
I feel good.
I decided to put on my suit
do.
jacket.
I look
So
good.
Ben,
Yes.
I think it was the right decision.
No, I think it was a great
Really?
decision. Very dapper.
Thank you. So, how are you? How are you handling everything?
Oh, well, we know I'm a very emotional person. I think that's a very well-known fact among people. But I'm actually doing better now. Like, I cried a lot. I had a therapy appointment today, so, like, that helped.
Shout out to the therapists of the world.
What's up, Dana?
Love a good
My boy Eric.
Shout
Hey,
out Dana.
But yeah, so I mean, a lot of news. We'll just do a quick recap of
Okay.
what's happened today.
Mhm.
So started off with Charlie Baker saying, "Yeah,
Y'all
school
suck.
is done for sure,
Mhm.
confirmed."
Tragic.
And then a couple hours later, Teddy Coco came out and said, "Yeah, no virtual graduation actually." Which
Roblox graduation.
we're not sure. Is that better or worse than no graduation?
Well, I
That
talked
is-
about it. We like did Zoom with Amanda Taylor because she's a queen about like how if we do like a senior skip day, it's like kind of not really helping because like the teachers that are advocating for us, we're saying you suck, even though they're the ones that like care.
Yeah, that's valid.
So we were talking about how like we should write like a really long letter to like the teachers and be like, this is how we feel, blah blah blah. But also it's either kind of like we get it mailed to us or we do a virtual graduation. There's not really like.
I think personally
Mm-hmm.
that the virtual graduation will be a joke.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's a joke that we all need to have.
No,
we'll
I think
sit there and we'll laugh at it, and that'll just be that.
I think
You know what
there's
I'm saying?
two different, like, people are saying, like, I just want it mailed to me because it's, like, embarrassing. Like, it's a slap in the face to be like, let's do it on Zoom. Like, that's, like, the other.
Yeah.
Is it going to be on Zoom or is it just going to be like a
I heard it's going to be, like, recorded. Like, it's basically just going to be, like, them saying your name, and then, like, you'll pop on the screen, like, that's it. And then, like, bye.
Like, will be, like, a live picture of me? Like,
That's
can
what
I
they
do some
said,
funny?
yeah.
Oh, I want to have some fun.
Just start throwing up some gang signs.
You don't
like,
have any. You don't have that secondary embarrassment of you like walking off the stage after you do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You just have to
it's like you
have the
sitting there
secondary.
calling as like they try to exit you off. That's what it is.
Teddy Coco's trying to press end and he just can't find the button. He's just sitting there like,
Yeah.
what do I
Well,
do?
that was surprising to me though, because I don't think I've heard from any teacher that was even like in the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
And like he said it like so casually. He was like,
yeah.
And we're doing a virtual graduation, like as if we already knew that. And I was like,
it sounded like he had a fucking gun to his head.
I was like,
right?
It seemed pretty odd.
Yeah.
Well, obviously he did not write that himself.
Praying for
Maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Someone wrote that for him. He was looking off onto it on the side of the screen, and it was poorly done. Like it was like he didn't even start with like I know you're sad. He started with I know you'll appreciate other people have it worse. I was like,
telling me that made me like just think and just be like, do I want this guy to get corona? Slightly.
like
slightly.
Well, and maybe I'm wrong. I would have rather heard that from Mr. Thompson.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I would have liked some I love yous in there.
Yeah, I would have liked some we actually care.
Yeah. Well, it's just like as much as Mr. Thompson's a fucking meme, he has a way of like actually getting emotion out of like people, whether it's an I hate you or like an I love you. Mm-hmm. He like understands more than Mr. freaking Cuscore is.
Yeah. Well, and he was his senior how long ago?
Yeah.
Mr. Cuscore, like
that's true.
Does he care anymore?
Yeah, Mr. Cuscore also has 1 year left.
He's leaving.
Well, like, didn't he also say? Didn't he like have his senior year during like World War II, and he said it was like the worst, and he felt so bad for us, and then he went virtual graduation. Never mind, I don't care. Yeah, I was like, okay.
Yeah, Sam Garber sent me this website that had World War II yearbooks. That was just full of World War II yearbooks. So.
Well, yeah, we were all being upset in the Gov group chat, and he was like, people have it worse. I was like, get out.
Like, I understand that, but that's not what I need to hear right now.
Well, like the world would be a perfect place if everyone just thought when everything wrong, there was someone else that had it worse.
Yeah,
It's not how it
like it's dumb. And like my mom's always like, you have to put it into perspective, and I'm like, Mom, once it's all over, maybe. But
Yeah.
like right now, I'm ready to punch someone.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. I say
And, like-
quarantine community is the way to go.
Mm,
Also, I hate how they keep freaking calling it Fair Connect, like it's some like elaborate thing they made, and like it's like so impressive when it's just two things that we
already
in
had.
place,
It's Zoom
which
and
isn't even
the
fair,
thing we already
and then
use.
OnSchool and My School app, which is like something we already use. So
which
it's like,
teachers already struggle to use.
I know.
Exactly.
And it's just like, come on.
My school app's like the most simple website like they could ever use for the teachers, and like teachers like, I swear I put the homework on.
Yeah, I know. It's like, how hard is it?
It's
Yeah.
wild.
I wish teachers were understanding too. Like some of them are, but some of them are like, here's a few papers. And I'm like, really?
Yeah, Mr.
No,
Foot.
yeah.
I had math today, last period, so like after I heard all this shit, and I had to go sit in Mr. Foot's class, and I was sitting there and I did not pay a lick of attention. All I heard was, yeah, and the seniors are going to have their 9.5 test or graded worksheet due next Wednesday, and that'll be their last one. And that's all I heard. And like he expected a reaction, and me and Jack Schneider are the only seniors in the class, and we both just sat there, no reaction,
Well,
just sat there.
I sent an email to Mr. Smith, I had astronomy next, and I said, actually, I'm in a pit of despair. I'm too emotional, like I can't go to class. And he's like, well, I marked you as here, so it's okay. And I was like, thank you.
He's a
Mr.
goat.
Smith is the goat.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
love
so bad.
that
So
My
he
man.
didn't know.
classes actually aren't that bad for me. Like I've heard a lot of people have like essays. I haven't had a single like I've only had like one graded assignment really, which is like
Fuck you.
So I
The
don't,
thing
like,
is, I have
and, like,
assignments all the time. I just decided now that I'm not doing them.
yeah, well, because like if the teachers aren't going to check the assignments, I'm not going to do it.
No, mine are like shared by the end of
Time
class.
check.
Yeah, I don't have like any of that.
I
Like-
have
I guess.
Miss Heyman. That should explain itself.
Mhm.
Mr. Foot also should explain itself. I have Mr. Dixon, but he assigned us a paper. So like,
I thought he
What the
wasn't
fuck?
even having class.
we go like 5 minutes, but like, come on, Robin, come on.
Okay.
And then what else do I have? Apes. I don't. She hasn't told us if we're taking the
Exam.
exam. If
It's
we
up to you,
are,
I think.
Probably are, because weird that they made us pay for it in the fall this year.
yeah,
Conspiracy theory.
that was incorrect. And then what's my other class? It's Mr. Roby. He has assigned us like 2 papers, and
It's trash.
he's kind of a dick about it.
Mr. Obi also has never reached out to me once about my college application thing. I always have to reach out to him, and like I'm having a mental breakdown. I'm like, I want him to just reach out.
I asked Mr. Roby to help me read my financial aid shit, and
Yeah.
we mailed him everything,
Mhm.
and he didn't respond. He didn't respond to a word of it.
That's
And
actually
we-
not okay.
And so we had to hire some outside person to
Yeah,
help
I had to
us.
hire someone from outside too. Well, I have no idea where I want to go to college.
Steph told me to ask about that.
Yeah, I know. She told me. She was like, I know it'll get you emotional. I was like, thanks. Like, really?
Yeah, I saw your TikTok. So you're going between Clemson
Well,
and Syracuse.
Yeah, but also today they like told me I'm like high on the list for U Miami. So now I'm like confused.
Would you
So,
go there if you got
Are
it?
you
No, it's
are
just
you on the
admit.
wait list?
Yeah, I got waitlisted, but they were like, we need to talk, and I have to like call them, and they're like, you're on the high on the list. But like, I think they want me to commit like now if I do. And I'm
like you have to be like
Yeah,
yeah,
you
it
have
would be
to
like
be
3
sure.
days, like decide, and I like can't do that.
Yeah. I mean, there's just so many factors that affect it that
I
it's like
know.
it's such a time-consuming decision.
I feel
I
like
know, it's just-
Miami, Clemson, Syracuse, all very similar schools.
That's
too.
what I'm saying. So it's so hard to pick between them,
Yeah.
and even academically, they're very similar.
Mhm.
But like, wait, is Syracuse? Syracuse is New York, right?
And I went to visit it, and I thought I was going to be like, yes, I'm going here. And I wasn't. I wasn't like, yeah. So, like, now I might fly to Clemson next weekend and do a day. That's going to be hard. And then, like,
Yeah.
in Miami, if I
Those
just
are
don't like either of
distance.
those, I might just be like, let's go to U Miami, whatever, if I, like, actually get off the wait list. I'm like, no.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You just
think
go to Northeastern. I already
I
know.
kind of feel like it's gonna be like location thing for you.
Well, no, yeah, that's what it is. Because I think I like might actually have like seasonal depression if I'm like in New York, like with like
Where it's
cold.
cold.
Well, and I'm thinking maybe it's wrong to factor this in, but I have a higher chance of going to college if I go to South Carolina than I do if I go to New York, like for fall semester,
What does that mean?
because
Explain.
Corona.
Oh,
Like if I
no.
went to South Carolina, yeah, they're already opening up.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. They're gonna have a second
Oh
wave.
yeah, true, true. I know, like,
Yeah,
love that.
Georgia's already like freaking.
Georgia's going ham.
Oh wait, they're already like open, right?
They're opening like barber shops and
Like
like
salons, but you have to
non-essential
do
shit.
social distancing. I'm like, how is someone gonna cut your hair?
Well, it's like they're not.
Yeah, like they're
they're
not. Like,
making them essential businesses, I think. So what they're doing is they're probably like just saying like fuck the social distancing because you can't cut someone hair from 6 feet apart unless you learn how to do it with a 6 foot pole.
I know.
Yeah, they're pretty much just saying like, okay, like pretty much everyone's gonna get it at some point, or the majority of people are gonna get it at some point. So why don't we just kind of speed it up and
Yeah.
survival of the fittest almost, which is like
How fucking
kind of fucked.
ridiculous is it that like people are protesting this shit in
Oh my
Texas?
god.
It's so bad.
And
I'm
in
like,
like
you're just
Michigan and
dumb.
like all over,
It's
crazy.
fucking wild. I saw something on Instagram today and it was like someone protesting like segregation or like protesting for segregation and then protesting for like not quarantining and these signs literally said the exact
Oh
same
yeah,
thing.
yeah. It was like it was like social distancing is communism and segregation
Yeah.
is communism. I saw
Yeah.
that too. Like,
And I was
Well,
like, well that
oh
should say
gosh.
enough.
well, I saw the one that was like my body, my choice, and like not wearing a mask. I was
I
like,
was like,
really?
no.
That's not really that.
No, you're the person who needs to get it. Just so
Yeah, like
you
they're trying to
know.
protect you, guy. Like,
I know.
And it's not like a lot of people. It's not like they're trying to protect you. They're trying to protect the people you're going to be in touch with,
Well, exactly. Like
which
my
is what stupid people don't
my
understand.
great grandmother's nursing home, someone has it.
yeah, so nursing homes are getting fucked.
Yeah, I'm like, you're out. Like, she's 98. I'm like, that's
You're
just
out.
like not a good idea. I'm like, that's just like not good. And they're like making how they get in contact with us is they each use the same computer and FaceTime us. I'm like, that computer definitely has Corona.
one
And like, she's
computer.
No,
like,
they
I don't
definitely
know.
they have to disinfect that thing
Yeah, I know. But honestly,
multiple times an hour.
she's
I would
98.
hate to be
Like,
working.
we have
I
to
would
speak
hate to be
through a
working
mic.
at.
Okay, so we'll change the subject.
Switch it up, no.
I told Ben this already, but I did a little thank you to the community and everyone from there pre-intro. And, in addition to that, I want to ask if either of you have any significant memories from there that you would like to share.
I can. Do you want to go?
No, go first.
Okay. I'm gonna do like a minor one because those are like cute. But this year we had our AP Gov midterm, which was just. Do you remember that? Like the midterm.
Yeah.
And the day before you weren't there, so don't. He's being all sassy. He's like,
Oh, I don't
but
know what that is.
the day before we stayed until like 10 p.m. like grinding out the midterm, which like doesn't sound fun. Like
No,
it was
I
so
was
fun.
there. I was there
Yeah,
till
you were
like
there for a long
8:30.
time. Like when we were in the brick, like throwing around Maurice, Queen, or they non-binary. But anyways, the
Fuck Maurice.
stop. But anyways, we were
Ben
throwing around
threw it in
Maurice.
the
We got
tree.
Chipotle. We got Chipotle. We were all like not doing well, but it was like fun.
Yeah,
That was like one of the best memories. Just like being late at school all the time is like the best.
Yeah,
I
I feel
agree.
like staying after school. Like I have so many memories of just like going either on the turf or on on the
Yeah.
teardrop and just like playing football or like spike ball or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where it's like brisk 70, 65, and that's just
Yeah.
like, oh, I'd
The best.
kill for that.
I agree. Throwback to when I like physically could not get a ride home after schools, like ever.
You and Andrew Scanlon were together on that.
Yeah. Well, I would always stay later than Andrew because Andrew would be able to take the bus.
Oh yeah.
There's never any bus to Weymouth. So I would always have to stay till like 6 o'clock. And you remember our spot in the commons?
Yeah, with that little bench right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
I literally just laid there like flat. And I just like
Would just wait.
wait. My phone would be at 10%.
Oh, dude, Fortnite Mobile, dude. We used to grind that shit all day, every day in the library in the commons.
Yeah, bro. Fortnite
Oh,
Mobile was a
I've never
phase,
played
and I'm
Fortnite.
not proud of it.
I'm so proud.
I never once played Fortnite, and I live by that.
Congratulations.
Travis Scott concert on Fortnite Thursday.
Actually,
Yeah.
well, TikTok's doing a prom. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't understand how it
I
works.
don't
It goes away
John,
too quick.
John Krasinski did that too.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I would have literally done it. I just ordered a prom just for fun. It's
Doesn't it cost
$32, but like
Okay.
I just kind
I
of
was
wanted
gonna
one.
say.
Yeah,
I just kind of wanted one. I was like, okay.
that's valid.
Yeah.
On the topic of Fortnite, I was looking through all my memories and pictures and everything today on Zoom with Izzy, Steph, Grant, Bogar, Steffi, and Scapicio.
Wow, I left 4 seconds before. That's so rude.
Wow. Oof. But I came across the memories of me, Ben, and Alex at Ben's house.
Oh my god, dude, that night was so fun.
And so what happened was me, Ben, and Alex decided, I don't even know what happened, why it was only the three of us there, but we went to Ben's house and, we were just kind of like vibing for a while. We played some darts,
I just got like a dartboard.
ruined his wall.
Yeah, my wall, there's still like, there's legit like hundreds of just tiny little dots right under it because like we're all just like hucking it. We were trying to do like who could like get the furthest into the wall or something.
Yeah.
Dumb
We'd be
shit
throwing
like
them from behind the pool table like 20 feet away.
Yeah, I know.
And so that, and then we played Fortnite, and we had a competition to see to see who died first, like who got the least far into the game. And naturally Ben lost.
Mhm.
And so the punishment was just one simple ass slap. That was it.
And this was right around the time. This was like probably like a couple weeks. Like I don't know. It was close to it was close to when Griffin gave me the monster.
That slap heard around the world.
The slap heard around the world.
So
And I was still just so much PTSD. I walked around with my cheeks clenched constantly. People totally don't understand how much that shit hurt.
No, I was upstairs in the bathroom
mentally
and I heard
and
it.
physically.
I was upstairs in the bathroom and I heard I heard like a shot.
So fucking loud.
Griffin's coming on next after you, Megan, and that's going to be the first topic that we talk about. It's going to be fantastic.
You hold any resentment?
Honestly, wait, do I or does he?
You.
Well, is he here? Like, I don't.
Like, I think it was a learning experience. I do. But
explain.
If I could go back and have it not happen, yeah, probably would choose that.
Yeah.
I think that's valid.
Yes.
Okay, so anyways, back to the story.
Yes.
Literally, I swear to God, at least 12 videos, all max length, of just the build up to Ben getting an ass slap.
Of me and Griff doing the flip cup thing.
No, of Alex trying to slap your ass. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I just would not.
He would not just sit still and just take it. And so there was like 3 or 4 where as soon as he was about to like make contact, Ben would just squeal.
I remember that.
Wait, what grade was
this?
This was last year. No, this was definitely last year.
I'm like picturing like freshman Ben. Like
it had to have been early last year.
Well,
right?
It was 2 weeks after the ass slap heard around the world, so it was like football season.
Like early
right.
So it was the start of last. It was like probably like March. It was probably like a year.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I don't know. Yeah, hopefully.
I don't know. I'll fact check that eventually. But yeah, that was one of the standout memories of me and Ben. Oh, Ben, do you remember when Sola threw that party?
I wasn't at that.
For me.
How could I forget?
Megan, do you know the story of this one?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
You
So-
can take this one, Ben.
Sola. So as you know, most people probably know, me and Mason have the same birthday.
Yeah, I do know this.
As well as Garner Thompson
As well as Garner Thompson. Shout out Garner.
and Sam Hussey.
And Sam Hussey.
That makes sense. Yes.
And so we decided. So Sola then this was planning a surprise party for Mason.
Obviously,
But
being a
not me.
surprise, I did not know.
And so she texted me and goes, "Hey Ben, like I'm making a surprise party for Mason on July 19th." And I thought it was like a joke. I thought she was just fucking with me. And like, so I was like, "Oh, okay." And she was like, "What?" And I was like, "That's my fucking birthday, Sola, too. Like, don't you realize that?" And like, and I was like so pissed. I was like, I like now I feel that's kind of petty, but like, oh, it was funny though.
It was like I got there. It was at my grandfather's beach house, and I got there. I got out of the car. Everyone ran out of the shed they were hiding in. I was like, "What the fuck's happening?" And the first thing I did was I looked for Ben because it was his birthday too, and I was like, "Oh, maybe maybe he at least came." Like I don't know, and then he wasn't there. So I'm like, "Where's Ben?" And so I was like, "Ooh, yeah." So there's a little
Makes
oopsie
sense.
with that one.
Wait, so you didn't go?
Me, I went to Kohl's instead with my mom. Did some shopping.
Okay.
You didn't tell me that part.
What did Sam do for his birthday?
I don't know.
Surprise party from his friends.
Yeah, surprise party too, probably.
Wait, so
texted
after
Ben,
that,
"Happy
Solo
birthday."
wasn't like, "Oh, it's your birthday too now." She was just kind of like, "No."
No, well, cause like I think she did say.
I bet she did. And you were like, "No, I'm over it."
No, I definitely.
Yeah.
I was livid.
It would have been like super awkward for you too, because
It
it would have
would've
been
if,
at
like,
like
she had already
my
planned it.
grandfather's house too.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I was when I was talking to my parents with it, they thought she was like saying that she texted me that she was planning you a surprise party, and she was gonna text you that she was planning me a surprise party, and like to try and like get it together. And I was like, no fucking way, like that's
No fucking way.
But,
That
yeah.
was also a fantastically funny memory for me at least. Maybe not for Ben, but
Wait.
Oh, I found from this past birthday. She said happy birthday to me. I could. Oh my god, you remembered. It was, like,
yeah,
fun.
you're so petty.
So dramatic.
That's amazing.
Wow. My birthday's never been really celebrated. Isn't that kind of sad?
When's your birthday?
It's like really the end of summer. It's August 26th. It's like no one cares. It's like back to school.
I don't like birthdays. I don't like it. I just don't like the
Neither.
attention, presents, and everything.
I'll either be in college or it's my move-in day, depending where I go.
What's your moving day?
I mean, you could use that though.
I know.
Yeah, you could be
To
like,
make friends, like it's my birthday. Like that's kind of fun.
yeah, and like to get shit for your room, you could be like, oh, this would be like a birthday present.
True. Well, I always do that.
Bada bing, bada
Right now,
boom.
like birthday present. They're like, not exactly. But that was actually a good story. I kind of live for that.
Ben, do you have any memories?
You didn't have a man.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said the brickyard stuff. I mean the teardrop stuff, but like I guess more specifically,
He's got
I
nothing.
love that one too.
uh,
We'll see how
Nice.
inspirational
oh
you're.
no, freaking soccer practices. There's this one soccer practice freshman year. Chapman and freaking Coach Pierce were our coaches. It
Third
was
ball.
like late night, nice weather. We're playing World Cup to end the practice.
Oh,
You know,
throwback.
We're just kicking the balls. Chapman's chilling right next to the goal. He's just chilling there, just like I think it was like on his phone, like he was just being Chapman. And freaking I forget who it was. I think it was it was either like Austin or like Jackson, and they just freaking hit a gun. right in his nutsack. It like freaking pop. I like heard it like pop, and like he just went down. I was like, oh fuck, damn bitch, fuck. And we were all just like trying so hard not to laugh, but it was the funniest shit ever. It was like, oh my god, that was like, probably one of my favorite memories.
Was that early in the year? Because I feel like I remember that.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah,
it was like
that
warm
was
out, so it was
yeah.
probably warm.
So that was when I was on the team.
Oh yeah, because you went on thirds for a little bit.
I remember. I think I remember that exact thing. That was back. I still had a broken toe, or I was like recovering or something, and I was sitting in a chair at the practice, and all of a sudden, the ball just goes right down Main Street, and I was like, oh. I turned the chair around. I couldn't look. I was like, no.
And then Pierce was like, okay, guys, we're just going to practice here. But it was the funniest. Oh, my God. Oh.
I can picture him going down, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Again, tell us about yourself.
We didn't do a real intro for you.
Proper introduction, so.
Like, what about me?
Like, give us some background, who you are, fun facts.
Kind of boring, but like, I'm Megan Campbell, used to be senior at their academy, JV baller, avid JV baller, Maurice mom. You love Maurice.
No,
that's really it.
Let's talk about Maurice.
Okay.
Yeah, I need some backstory on that.
You want me to tell you how I got it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Oh, you actually were the one who bought it, right?
What?
You were the one who bought it, right?
Yeah. Caitlin fronts. Caitlin, it's mine. I purchased it with my $20. $20.
Okay.
But it was after semi, the day after semi. So it was that morning. Kind of tired. Yeah, so we went to you're so weird. We went to a breakfast place by Julia's house. I went to Julia's, and we had a lot of time to wait in between, like when we got to like go to the restaurant. That doesn't make sense. So we went to Walgreens, and I was just really bored, and Julia already offered to pay for my breakfast. So I was like, in my head, I'm like, that's free $20. Like, if I'm not paying for my own breakfast, I have $20 to spend.
Facts.
So I was looking for something to buy, and I see the unicorn. I'm like, I just feel like I need to. And like being with Caitlin and Julia, they obviously were like, yeah, you need to buy it.
It was $20?
Yeah. Well, plot twist, 4 weeks later, Cameron saw the same one at Walmart for $3. And bought one named Beatrice. So there's actually a second one, but just never was introduced because we didn't have time at school. But we brought Maurice. And we bought Maurice, and then we like actually sat it down at the restaurant, and it like fell into the waitress once, and she had to like pick it up and like put it back, like sitting next to me, which was like concerning. But then we just decided that like Maurice is non-binary.
Because it's why is there a Y in Maurice? There's always an I.
Because it's different. We like to be different.
Oh, because you guys are quirky. Okay, that clears it up a lot.
That's a good way to put it.
But and then Caitlin sent a photo of it into the
senior group chat, right?
And then I remember people came up to me like, know how it saves in your phone? So like so many people just have a photo of me and Maurice like in their phone. And then we tried to make Pass the Maurice a thing, and it never became a thing.
Thank Christ that didn't work out.
And then Ben bullied Maurice for years to come.
Then threw it in a tree.
I threw it, and then I threw Caroline Horgan out of a car.
That's another story. We fought.
Can you explain that? I never got the full story.
So we were trying to go to Revive before practice for JV ball.
Naturally.
And as we do with like Addie, Carly, and the seniors, like that was our squad, and Ellen, and we would like go to Revive. But that day Ellen wasn't there, and we were trying to get in the car, and right as we were about to leave, I don't know who took it out first.
I think it was me, Grant, and Griffin. I don't know.
It was you, Grant, and Griffin, but I don't know who took it first. Someone took it. I put the car in park. I'm like, we need to get Maurice back. Like, Maurice needs to come back. Like, we need them because Maurice is not back. But anyways, Ben threw it in a tree. Actually, I remember we were once wrestling for it in front of like the walkway where you have to like go to the tee. Oh. Mm-hmm. And then we were like just like 24/7. Like Caroline was trying to get it. Like it was Grant, Griffin, and you, and then it was like Mego, Izzy, me, and then at one point we finally got it back, but Griffin jumped in the car, and I drove away, and Caroline was like had Maurice.
Yeah,
and
I think it was like Izzy who like got out and grabbed it, and then jumped in the car.
Yeah.
Griffin like got in.
Yeah.
Too, right behind her.
So I was like, I want to go to Revive. I'm over it. Leave Maurice here. I step on the gas because I'm like, let's go. Griffin, you're coming, I guess. Like, whatever. And as I step on the gas, like hard, like it was like not hard. Like we weren't going fast, but I stepped on the gas. And right as I stepped on the gas, Ben opens the door. And Caroline was leaning on the door. And she flies. And Mego's hitting me, like, stop the car. And I'm like, why? She goes, someone flew out. I like put the car in like park, like so like the whole car like shifts forward. And I go out and see Caroline. She's like, as we know, Caroline like doesn't do injuries well. Like, I feel like the worst person to fall out of the car was Caroline. And she's like, I'm limp. I can't move. And in our heads, we're like, if a teacher comes and sees Caroline's limp body on the ground, like
and me standing right
there, they're gonna be like, what happened? Like, you need to, like, they'd get into trouble. So Mega was like getting her in the car, like shuffling her in, and then we just like go park somewhere. And I think you tried to come apologize, and Caroline goes, that fat, ugly Ben he needs to go away.
She called me flat?
Yeah, you're not. She just was giving out like insulting terms. And you were coming to the car, like you actually were being nice, and she rolls down the window, she's like, we don't want to speak to you. She was like, nah.
Well, because, okay, I'm going to tell my perspective.
Yeah, because his was different.
So, me, Griffin, and Grant are trying to get Maurice in a tree.
Naturally,
Maurice fucking sucks. He's the spawn of Satan. And so Maurice, we're trying to get, it's like a kind of a windy day. I'm just trying and failing. Like, I keep throwing him up, and it's just, like, hitting the branch and then bouncing off. And I'm like, I'm so pissed off. And so then, like, once Izzy gets it and runs into the car, like, I'm just like, okay, I'm not giving up on this shit. Like, I can't do it. Like, I got this thing stuck up in a tree once. I have my chance. Like, let's do this. So Griffin goes in one side. Okay, I'm like, okay, Griffin's in one side. You know, I'll do a little pancake, and I'll go on the other side. So car starts moving. I just open the door, and then for some unholy reason, Caroline, who hadn't gotten out of the car, did not have her seatbelt on, was not following like proper safety precautions in a car, and just, you know, very gracefully, but yes, she fell out of the car. She went, you know, butt first, kind of, just stopped her head from smacking the concrete, thankfully.
Yeah, that would have been awful.
And then Mego just, like, runs out and just, like, takes Caroline and also takes my backpack.
Yeah,
and just run and gets in the car because she thought it was, like, Caroline's backpack or something, and just gets in the car and they drive away. And I'm like, holy fuck shit. Grant's cracking up behind, like he's, like, can't stop laughing. And I'm just like, holy shit, like, what just happened? Like, am I going to have, like, a lawsuit on my hands?
That's and fucking then, like, nutty.
And then, like, Mego, I think, called Griff.
Yeah.
And was like, we're going to take her to the ER.
No, she meant urgent care because we were about to take her to urgent care because she was scraped up. Like, she couldn't, at this point, she couldn't move her arm. Like, her arm was, like, stiff where, like, she might have broken something low-key. Like,
yeah.
Even
she
though,
hit
like,
her funny bone.
Yeah, that's what it was. But at the time, we're like, she fell out of a car. Like, even if it wasn't moving, like, falling out of a car, like, isn't cute. Like, that wasn't.
Yeah. Like, you never hear someone who's like, oh, yeah, I fell out of a car. Like, it's not a good thing. But she did. And, like, I was like, holy shit. Like, and, like, when I heard you guys taking her urgent care, and I was like, Caroline has some money. She's going to have a nice This is not going to end.
She's going to have a nice defense.
Exactly. So I was, you know, just a little freaking out. And then I realized I don't have my backpack. My backpack isn't where I left it. So then I called Mego. I'm like, Mego, where is my backpack? And she's like, oh, like, I think I actually took it. And I was like, okay. And so then I think she gave it to, like, or she just, like, ran out and, like, dropped it on the curb, and then, like, I just, like, went and had to pick it up. But yeah, that's pretty much how it went. And this.
So on the topic of lawsuits and soccer practice, um, Ben had long quit soccer by now. This was junior year,
I played soccer junior year, so
JV
Yeah.
soccer.
He
I
said
was on
long
JV soccer
quit.
junior year.
Oh, that's so disrespectful.
Really?
Wow.
So what?
I was
Okay,
garbage.
were you at the practice where I decked Jake's went?
Actually, no, I
I
was not at that practice.
You're watching.
Okay,
I don't
so
like you.
I have a reason to think you weren't in the story. Okay, I'll cut that part out. It's fine.
Oh, I just was saying about how much I hate him.
We all do. So this year or last year when the story happened, Jake Swant was in my math class.
Mhm.
And so what happened was we were scrimmaging or we were doing some stupid drill. I was going off. I was having a good day. And there's just some kids who aren't, athletically gifted in the slightest.
It's me. I'm those kids.
I get that.
You're a little higher than those kids.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
But so I'm dribbling down the field. I'm about to I'm about to get the ball. And so I'm looking down to, get it on my foot. And all of the fucking sudden I look up and I see Jake Swent dead in front of me. And I don't have time to move because I was going full sprint and he's just stopped flat footed. And I barrel through that kid. I run him to the floor.
And also, we should preface this that Jake Swent made third soccer. He legit was told, nope, you're not going on JV, you're on third.
Yes.
And then he complained
and
then
said
got daddy's money.
And said, oh, I'm the only junior, or I'm the only sophomore on third, like, that's unfair.
Mm-hmm.
And so then Pierce, being the good person he is, was like,
minus kicking me off the team, but it's fine.
Kicking Mason off the team.
Why did he kick you off the team?
We'll get to that after.
We'll get to that later.
But so I barrel the fuck over Jake Swent, and short story, I gave him a concussion. Long story, he cried a little bit. There were definitely tears. If you asked him, he would not say there were, but I saw them.
Mm-hmm.
And he went to the trainers, everyone kept practicing because nobody really cared. And I was flipping out. I was like, I just broke this child and he has a lot more money than I do. I'm going to catch a case right now. He's going to sue me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I made it my mission to go find him after practice to apologize. And I couldn't find him at all. I go to Ellen. I'm like, Ellen, have you seen Jake Swant? And she's like, no, why? And I'm like, because I don't want to get sued. And she's like, what? And then I ran away. And so I'm running around the school, locker room, parking lot, trainers, back and forth everywhere. And I finally see him in front of the trainers. And I go up to him like, yo, dude, just want to let you know I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. Got to move your feet. And he's like, no, it's okay. And that's all he said. And I'm like, okay, well, I hope you feel better. And he's like, and then walked away.
Not very accepting.
Yeah. And I'm tripping out. I'm like, okay, so how do I tell my mom I'm gonna get sued? It never got to that point because I hid it from my mom, that I gave another child a concussion, who had a lot of money. But then I come to school the next day and he doesn't come to class. And I'm like, okay, so a little more scared. And then the next day he's back in class. He's got a fat concussion.
Did he actually have a concussion though? I thought he didn't actually have one.
Okay, his head slammed the ground pretty hard.
I know, because I wasn't there, so I can.
His reaction speed also isn't fantastic, so there was no bracing himself.
Yeah.
He hit the flow, as some would say.
Love that term.
But yeah, so that's my Jake Swent story. That's my almost getting sued story. Now,
exciting.
Why'd you get kicked off the team?
Yeah, let's go to this.
So this year, junior year as well. It was a fun year, like for soccer. Up until this point, we sucked, but we always suck. We had Chapman coaching
We didn't suck as
sometimes.
much.
Yeah,
Wait, is this senior year or junior year?
junior year. I played varsity senior year.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But yeah, so we sucked. Pierce was the coach. But oh my God, Lendog was the coach.
Can we talk about Lendog for a second?
Who is
Can
Lendog?
you take over Lendog? Can you explain Lendog?
Ryan Leonard,
Oh
son
my-
of Anne Marie Leonard.
Yeah,
Looks
he was
like
my
a
basketball
chode.
coach.
It acts like a
Oh.
chode.
No, he.
Lendog, we adopted him as the name with the name Lendog.
Yes, we did.
It's kind of beautiful.
He played goalie for American University in college. He was like actually a college like soccer player. Like played.
Well, he's the varsity goalie here, right? When he was here.
Yeah, he was the varsity goalie here. He played with I forget, some teacher. Oh, actually no, my neighbor went to there when he was like a kid, and he played with him and said like, oh, like yeah, he wasn't even like that good in high school. Like that's weird. But like. But and like he like didn't like he didn't like commit to American. He just like went to North American and like walked on, and then actually like was decent. But
So
like,
basically, they sucked.
yeah, he like
American's not a great sport.
I think you could make a like he probably had some anger issues, and like he was always trying to prove that he was better than the junior and sophomore high schoolers at soccer.
Yeah.
And so. And then that's kind of also during the homecoming game, he Pierce would coach on Wednesdays, Wednesday games, and Lendog would coach on Saturday games. Like they like their schedules like worked out that way. So like we never had two coaches at a game, which was like it worked out fine most of the time until homecoming when Lendog got kicked out because he was raging too hard.
Yeah.
Which led to me having to be the coach. Well, actually, Mr. Rooney was technically the coach, but he had no idea what he was doing. Yeah. So I kind of was just making the moves.
You remember Lendog took me off and then got kicked out, and then you put me back on?
Immediately, yeah. I was like, Sweat, you're coming out. Amazing, get on. But, yeah. So that's a little backstory of Lendog. And, we at one time like we were doing like a scrimmage and I was like trash talking him just as a joke, and he was like, do you have a banner, like a championship banner at their school or something?
We shit on him so hard for that.
And I know because I said we were beating him, his team, and I go, hey Lendog, look at the scoreboard, and he goes, hey,
look at the rafters.
Look at the rafters, some shit like that. And like I was like, oh, okay, like you're cool. But yeah.
Oh, we roasted the shit out of him after that. Every time he'd say something or do something, we'd be like, "Oh yeah, because he's got a championship banner. Gotta listen." Yeah, it was bad. Like he was a joke.
But also, to add some more layers to Lendog, he's a freaking attorney for State Street.
Really?
He's
like a very high level organization.
No shit.
And he came to Career Day and was like one of the speakers at Career Day for law. And like I was like obviously like
Lendog, what's good?
He wouldn't tell us about his wife, and he kept saying, but then once
she doesn't exist.
Yeah, he was engaged, but now he's married. And
he went on that show 90 Day Fiance.
Well, and then one girl like on my team was blonde, and he was like, she looks just like you, blonde and pretty. We were like, gotta go. Yeah, no, he's really creepy to the girls. I don't know if he was like that to y'all, but he was very creepy. Back to why you got kicked off.
Okay, so for some reason, Pierce decided to be kind of a cock at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Like, Ben can agree with that. Anyone on the team can agree with that. But he, like, started to hate me. We were boys the whole, like, ever, like, before that. We were boys. And then he just started to be rude, like, towards the end of the year. And I was like, okay, well, like, everyone's here just for the meme. Like, no one's really trying to go to varsity. But, so it was it the last game? No. Second to last? Third to last, something like that. Second or third to last game. And we were down by a good portion. And so he was like, he called to me on the sideline. He was like, Mason, I was playing defense at that point. He was like, Mason, go to midfield. And I yelled back. I was like, Pierce, I'm gassed. Like, I can't play midfield right now. Expecting him to just take me out and give me like water,
Yeah.
naturally, as one does.
Yeah.
And so he just goes, okay, and then lets the play go on, subs someone else at midfield. Let's play go on. Next whistle, I get called off. I'm like, okay, so I guess this is when he's giving me water, whatever. And so I get off on the bench, and he's like, you don't make the fucking decisions here. I'm the coach. I make the decisions. You listen. And then sat me down on the bench. And then I was like, I like didn't fight back. I was like, okay, I understand that. Like, was just caught in the moment. Like, whatever. I said what I said. Let's get over it. Put me back in eventually. And so the half goes by. I'm sitting on the bench. They score a few more goals. Still a joke of a game. And then halftime. And we go into the circle by like the bench. Or
Huddle.
yeah, sure, whatever. And he's like, don't any of you even think about back talking the coaches. That's ridiculous. You guys are losing by so much. You're going to play where the fuck I want you to play. All this shit talk clearly directed at me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so that's how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
And so play goes on. I'm still on the bench. And eventually Lendog puts me in, the head coach.
Yeah.
His title was head coach. Pierce's was assistant coach. And so Lendog puts me in a defense, and I go out there, I play, like I do whatever I do, play fine. Literally 5 seconds later is the next whistle. I get subbed off, and I get to the bench, and Lendog goes, sorry, I didn't realize Pierce didn't want you on the field. And then I go sit back down. I go sit back down, and I'm like, okay, that was fucking ridiculous. Like, that's nuts. And I'm talking to people on the bench, and Pierce is giving me these dirty looks. And he was like, do you want to fucking play for me? And I'm like, I don't know. And he was like, he got mad, and he was like,
Yeah.
okay, well, you can fucking sit on the bench. You can take your jersey off, and you can go, or you can sit on the bench. And I'm like,
show me those nipples of yours.
And I literally took off the jersey, and I walked away. I walked away from the game.
And that was the end of Mason's JV soccer career.
Wait,
Yeah.
actually, that was it?
That was it. I didn't go to another practice. I didn't go to the last two games.
1 or 2 games left too. So
yeah. I was like,
Decent.
I was not playing for that dude after that.
Did he ever mention it again, or like
that.
that's it? That's how it left.
I saw him because he coaches baseball too.
Yeah.
So I saw him in the spring, and I was like, hey, Piercy, I feel like we got to get this out of the way. Like, no hard feelings. And he was like, yeah, of course not. But he like still gave me that dirty look, and I was like, what the shit, dude?
I just don't
You're
understand.
supposed to be an adult.
You were tired.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I know.
like
you think like, especially Mason, who you that was the first time you ever complained once, like the entire year, the freaking captain and shit, and played defense legit 87 of the 90 minutes of the game.
And he was like, fuck you.
Yeah. But yeah, like Brent, you remember Ginge almost walked off the field with me.
I was about to say that. He was gonna be the next to go.
But he was he got pulled back by someone. He stayed. But it was so funny. I'm pretty sure didn't a couple people quit after that. I don't know. Something.
I mean, I think people just started being busy during practices or something.
Yeah.
I don't have to go anymore.
It was a joke though. It was so nutty.
You got any good JV third stories?
Well, my soccer career went from JV to thirds to intramural till they didn't let me play. That's how it went from my freshman year
decline
to senior year. They literally were like, you can't play senior year. It's just not allowed.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And we were like, okay. But senior JV balls, but I played JV ball every single year. Never changed, just JV ball. And this year was the best by far. This year was so fun.
Yeah.
We had Addie St. Jean on the court.
The GOAT. Shout out Addie. Addie, I'm pretty sure Addie watched the podcast, and Grant
doesn't. but he was the first.
Grant doesn't watch the podcast, but he's on it for some reason.
Because, okay, he lied to me. He told me that he, like, was going to 2 nights before. Like, he was supposed to podcast. So 2 nights before the day before he actually did podcast.
Yeah. I did it without question, without asking.
Yeah, she was the first supporter. She
I was.
comments on all the videos, likes all the
Me too.
videos. True support right there.
But yeah, JB Ball is just kind of like a meme. Like, our coach was kind of mean, like, especially to, like, Caroline. He, like, really despised Caroline. Like, Caroline once, he was like, go to the corner, but, like, she just wasn't getting it. And he was like, and you want to go to Cornell? And he was mean.
No.
And we were like, oh. And they're like,
Lendock was your coach, right?
no, this was Frankel. He's like he's the we also call him Jamie. Wait, this isn't Frankel. Frankel's the GOAT, not Frankel. Frankel was last
year.
year.
A guy that gave
I only know Jamie.
Jamie Bork.
Yeah.
That was this year. He's the he was the golf coach, but and then also, like, another time we had, like, a Providence, like, accepted students day the next day. So we were like, we can't go to, like, practice tomorrow. Right. And, like, Caroline said something like, I don't know, like, he thought was dumb, and he was like, and you think you're going to Providence? And we were like, oh my God, like, he was, like, blatantly mean.
That's so rude.
He really hated Addie too.
That's why he never put Addie in. How can you hate Addie?
I don't know. She would be like, actually, coach, I think we're doing this. And he's like, why were you talking to me?
He probably like have some beef with Grant and would just see Grant whenever he looked at him.
No, but the thing is like, I would be blatantly mean. I'd be like, no, you're dumb. That's not right. And, like, he would be like, yes, Megan, we respect you. And then Addie would be like, can we just, like, move over here? And he'd be like, are you stupid? Like, he was, like, mean. Like, he was actually mean to her. But yeah.
I'm going to tell Grant we're going to have to beat the shit out of that guy.
Do it. Well, I think he got fired. We, like, invited him to a Zoom the other night, like, JV Ball Zoom, and he just, like, did not respond to the email. He was like, I'm good.
Is Felix coming back to there?
I fucking hope not.
Felix, is he like the
varsity coach?
Jimothy Felix?
Yeah, is he like the funny one that, like, everyone laughs about?
No, he's the one everyone hates.
Yeah, he's the one that should have gotten fired 2 years ago. Ian's the one. Ian's the one that's ginger and is fucking hilarious.
Wait,
I love that man.
Ginger coach, because wasn't freaking Spedin one of the coaches too?
That might have been like freshman year and sophomore year, but he didn't coach after that. But Ian was a great guy, you know, like not like too old, so where he like doesn't understand anything.
Yeah.
But like just old enough where he thinks all of our stupid shit's like funny.
Yeah.
And so I had this whole thing going the whole year that Ian was out of shape and fat. And so I would just, like, anytime we'd have to do sprints or anything like that, I would just say, like, Ian, the only way I'm doing this is if I can call you fat every time I go up and down the field. And so I'd pass when I just go, Ian's fat.
Like, as you're, like, dying.
And that would just, it would get me through. And that's how I survived the year.
What we chanted during our sprints this year was Baja every single day.
Rest in peace.
Oof.
Actually, my biggest supporter in everything getting canceled is Addie St. Jean. She texts me every time. She's like, I love you. I hope you're okay. I know you're probably not doing well.
Addie's just
she's like,
the superior St. Jean.
Yeah.
I vote Parker, but Grant's definitely third.
Parker had coronas. That knocks him down. Knocks him down a few notches.
I would kill to be quarantined.
Did he actually corona, or did he just like quarantine because he was in Miami?
He quarantined because he was in Miami or Baja or whatever. Both, I think, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Ben, I would kill to quarantine in that house.
Well, we better quarantine the guest house. It's like the same as mine.
Okay, like, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to go out and have a party right now. Yeah. But, like, just because school's over doesn't mean, like we can go out and, like, do things.
No,
like,
I think we're more saying, like, we stay together until this is over. Like, this is it.
How many bedrooms does the guest house have?
Like,
I don't know.
2.
But, like, Addie today was like, is it okay? Do you think we'll be able to fit everyone? He's like, yeah, we're good.
I don't think it will actually
It's not going to happen.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen, yeah. I just hold on to little things of hope, and then, like, I let them fizzle out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's
That's
fine.
valid. That's valid.
But honestly, I think this won't be over till, like, maybe we'll get July. Maybe not.
Yeah. I think I agree.
Mm-hmm.
But, hey, my idea, senior prank next year.
I think that's a great idea.
We just crash the
We
school.
come back.
Yeah.
We all pick a day. We agree on it, and we
Yeah.
I mean,
crash
technically, we
it.
still could kidnap Garner.
I just don't understand how that would be.
Garner's part of the prank.
Yeah,
And we can't do it to Virginia. That's like wrong.
Again, now that
that's sus.
that's illegal. I mean,
Yeah.
so is kidnapping Garner,
That was
but like
kidnapping Garner, but
still.
So yeah, I don't. Well, we were gonna have Hallie Thompson be followed around with the mariachi band. Remember?
I feel like
Well, we
every
can
grade
still do
says
that and just
No.
go in and
And
film
just
it.
send him to his house and have.
Well, I tried to go to Thayer the other day and just like sit around, and they said leave.
Really? Who
Yeah.
was there? Like the security guards?
Security guard. Like I was there for like 10 minutes, and he like I guess he got like wind that we were there. It was like me, Steph, and Annabelle. We were like far away. Like we were on separate sides of the teardrop. Like
Yeah.
just taking pictures, like being there for a few minutes. And he came around. He's like, everything's closed. Like you gotta go. Like this isn't open to like visitors.
Say, I'm not a visitor. I'm a student
Yeah.
at this school.
Yeah, I'm like, I go here, bitch. Like,
And that was before it was closed too, so you could have just been like, "Fuck off."
Yeah.
Was the
Well,
security guard
good.
the larger one?
No,
Or
he
the
was
goat
like
one?
a guy in like a tie and like or something, and he was like in a car. Like he didn't come out of his car. He was like
That's
driving
sus.
around.
That's
But
sus.
it wasn't.
I think like hired someone new. It's like not the normal security guards that are there. It was like a
It's
younger
not
guy.
Ted.
Yeah.
And what's the new guy? I forget.
Ted's been gone.
Large man.
No, he's been gone. Oh, the new one, the new like head of security.
Yeah, new head of security.
I thought he Ted. I don't know.
He like his what's it called? His Monday morning thing.
Introduction, yeah.
Yeah, it was like nice.
Yeah, he seemed like a
You know,
he seemed
I
like
just
a
wish
sweet guy.
a Monday morning meeting would be like the one thing I'm having a hard time with is like when we wear like college sweatshirts and like walk down the line. Like that's my closure. I feel like that's where it's like it's over.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I needed. Like not even kidding. Like everyone was like, I need graduation. I'm like, no.
I need assassin. I miss assassin.
I don't care about assassin. The one thing I
I
care
would have gotten
about.
out immediately.
I told all my like sophomore or not sophomore junior boys like Ginge, like Jack Maroney, all the boys. Like the one thing I'm gonna miss is like walking through the line of students.
That's the
and,
thing. I
like,
know.
hugging the boys.
That's what I'm
at
saying.
the
I had in my
end.
head like I knew who I was gonna hug, and I knew those people that it's gonna make hard to say goodbye to.
Yeah. And now I'm like, damn,
Oh my god.
that hits hard.
Hopefully Addie doesn't actually watch this, but I wrote a letter to her when I leave.
She's gonna watch
Wow.
It's like emotional.
this.
I
That's
wrote
so
it to one
cute,
of my
actually.
sisters,
Oh my
too.
gosh.
Give me
Well,
a
because I
sneak
knew
peek.
like a lot of our friends are like doing it for their siblings, and like, is Grant gonna write Addie a letter? No. So I need to write
Doesn't
Addie
know
a
how to
letter.
write a letter.
Grant doesn't know how to write.
A letter.
Grant doesn't even know how to watch a podcast. He
Exactly.
definitely still hasn't watched the podcast. Should we ask him right now if he has?
He's
Yeah,
not
I
gonna
agree.
respond, but
Someone
yeah.
FaceTime.
FaceTime Grant St. Jean.
Making a FaceTime call to Grant St. Jean.
My
What
guy's
language
You got the Indian guy too?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is so
Hi Siri.
Oh my god, you picked up so fast.
How can I help?
This was on my phone.
Can you tell what I'm doing right now?
Podcasting.
Of course I am.
Hey yo.
Just a guest tonight.
The Megan Campbell.
Oh, Megan. Who's the other one? Oh, wait, it's you.
You idiot.
See, he doesn't even watch if you remember who the ghost is.
So we have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you have any guesses what it is before I ask it?
No, it's probably something stupid.
There's not a lot up there.
Why did I
Wait, I have a question after. You ask the first question, then I have a question.
have you watched the first fucking episode or the second episode?
Oh
I haven't
my
watched mine yet.
God.
You haven't even watched your own.
That's so
No.
special. Question 2. Did you write a letter to Addie St. Jean
Megan has a question. She wants to know if you wrote a letter to your sister
for when you leave?
for when you leave.
What?
I did.
The
Oh,
confusion
God.
in his face. The absolute confusion.
When I left for what?
When you leave for fucking college, dumbass.
She's depressed. She made a TikTok today about it. She's depressed.
She's
Yes.
depressed and she made a TikTok about it today.
Who did?
Kick him out.
You're a
End it,
fucking
end
idiot. It's ended.
Ugh,
Okay. Thank you, Grant, for being a
that was an
fucking
interesting
detriment to the
encounter, for
podcast.
sure.
Wait, is he lost?
Yeah, he's
He
got
made a montage
so
of all the
lost.
seniors. I think both of you were actually in it at one point.
Addie,
Yeah.
let me see it right
Yeah.
now. Pull that shit up.
Wait, what's her TikTok?
No, it's like she sent it to me. She hasn't posted it. So this is confidential information.
Okay,
Yes,
Ben.
it's
While
access.
she's oh, never mind.
Oh wait, can you see it? It's mostly me, actually, not gonna lie. No, I'm podcasting.
I better be in there somewhere.
Yeah.
You were.
I'm Addie's favorite brother
Well, why was I in it the most? Oh yeah, you're probably the
You're
favorite
not
brother.
a man. I think that would probably be the first.
because you kidnap Addie the most.
No, we're friends.
Right.
But we're only 2
Um,
years apart.
That's like weird. I always think Addie's
Yeah.
like 4.
I know. That's what I was thinking about too. Like, I think of her as like a younger sister, but she like still is younger. But like,
Yeah.
I'm 17, she's 15. Like, it's not a great age they're in.
Nah, she's like 12 tops.
Mhm.
Okay, I have to ask this question.
Yes.
Ben, so we talked about your balloon in one of the prior podcasts that's in the corner of your screen.
Yes, I remember that because I watched.
Can you explain the Gatorade bottle? Because I've been confused the whole time, but I haven't found a good time to bring it up.
I actually just added that yesterday. I had a Gatorade bottle.
Is it tied to it?
No, so I put a pin in the cap and then screwed the cap on.
And just pinned it into your wall.
Yeah, pretty much.
Quarantine is really bad on the soul.
Okay.
got
The
a
fact
good
that that's the
contrast.
decoration in your room. Oh,
I have that. I have a Savers bag.
Naturally.
Over my
Right, is
bed.
that right above your bed?
Yes, right where above where I sleep.
my
And
decorations.
then I
are
have the
bad.
Declaration of Independence over here. You know, I got everything that I need.
So concerning.
That's extremely concerning.
mean,
I have.
Oh, another depressing thing that happened today is Gronk fucking did the Heisman to all Pats fans. And
That was so disrespectful. Honestly, like, I watch games. I'm not not gonna lie. I'm not like the biggest fan. Like, I was like
That's
upset, but I
understandable.
wasn't like bawling my eyes out. But that made me mad because he retired.
Yeah. No, that's the general
We
consensus.
got a 4th round pick out of it, so.
Well, also, is he gonna be like the same stamina as he was before? Like, he lost a lot of weight. Like, if you look at photos, like, he genuinely like looks.
He looks very skinny.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because it's still like he actually it's pending the physical. So if his physical is like not good, then they might not even want him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they'll still take him.
Yeah. Edelman unfollowed Brady on Instagram.
Did you see Brady trademarked or copyrighted Tampa Bay?
And it was Tampa Brady too.
That's ridiculous.
Like immediately.
That's nuts.
Like, I would never slander that man. But
obvious.
I have a question, Ben. When you post stuff, Corey sent me an email. Like, post stuff like what you did today, which I honestly thought was inspirational. But do you think, like, every time I post something now, I'm like, oh, people I could be going to college with, like, are gonna, like, judge me based on what I post? And, like, do you ever think, like, people from my college are gonna see that? Like, does that go through your brain?
Yeah, but, like, I
It's
feel
you.
like the people that I want to be friends with at college.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
True. I'm just like a scared girl. Like, together.
I feel like I'm on the same boat as Ben. Like, I don't really care what you're seeing, but if you think it's funny, like, laugh at it. Congrats. Like the pictures I posted today.
Yeah, those are funny. You posted the video of the ass up on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I posted that. I posted me as the Pope at Caitlin's party.
That was everything.
Looking completely and totally
yeah, you looked like not okay. I was like, wait, this is like Old Mason. Like, what?
I posted a picture of Brendan Taylor.
Yeah, I saw that.
The picture of Ryan looking chunky at first base.
Dude, those pictures.
Glow up of the century. Good job, Ryan.
Grant
St. Clair.
and Ryan totally just like swapped
Oh,
body
don't
fat.
say that. It's so bad.
I'm keeping that in because I highly doubt either of them are gonna watch it.
Oh, well, obviously Grant's not gonna watch
Obviously,
it.
yeah.
And Ryan will just laugh.
I don't
It's a
think
cover.
Ryan watches it either. It's
Yeah.
kind of
No,
a
but I
sneak,
looked at a
that's
photo
how
of Grant.
lame
Didn't you
game.
recognize him? Just like how scrawny. Like, not that I don't think he's a big guy.
His face stayed the same
But
size. His face
It's
was
like
massive,
body was like.
but he was
Yeah.
so skinny.
Well, all of his activities don't help.
And thanks
Thank you for coming onto the podcast,
Of course,
Megan.
for
It was an
it.
honor.
It was
Great
great to
talking
have you. I hope you do well through this quarantine.
We miss
But
you.
miss you guys. Bye.
Later. And back to the two of us. You know, here we are. And the vibes, they got higher. They
yeah,
definitely,
I'm feeling pretty good, honestly.
my
after that.
spirits definitely lifted.
Mhm.
Got some good memories in. Chucked up some
Exactly.
good thoughts.
We should
Talked
do
out
a
all the
whole-
bad things.
We have to do a whole episode on soccer. American soccer. I feel like we could talk for hours about that.
I agree. Do some like quick cuts, like little interviews between people.
There's so many stories I have. Yeah, definitely.
Like pull up like just me and you for one of them, then pull in like St. Clair and talk about how he was the goalie for like almost the goalie for varsity. Then cut
We
him
did,
out,
like-
add someone else.
Yeah.
It'd be fun. That's true.
Be down.
At that after Griffin, we'll do that one.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Well, thank you if you made it this far in the podcast. Thank you for watching. I hope you had a fantastic week, and keep on keeping on.
Thank you.
Thank you.